Live on NBC 12, this is Newswatch 12 Weekend.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mohammed Abdul Kawi. This weekend, the rush was on to dig up snow on driveways and sidewalks. And with below freezing temperatures, it makes it really difficult to move. Mallory Anderson has more in Milwaukee.
After over 24 hours of snowfall, people across southeast Wisconsin have only had a small window of time to clear out snow before the deep freeze.
It's cold. It's starting to freeze already. I came out last night. I was out here 2 times last night, and it still kept snowing. So underneath it's starting to freeze, so I want to get it out before it turns to ice.
Non-stop shoveling after storms on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday this week is leaving many fatigued.
Worst part was it had the snow and water mixture. That was the worst part of it. I'm sure everybody's going, oh, it hurts so bad.
It's too much all at once. You get 4 or 5 days in a row and get tired of it. It's fun for about 30 seconds and then you're done.
With a quiet November and December, Mother Nature has finally shown what winter can bring. And while the snow is tough to clear, many are happier to see that than the below zero temps and wind chills.
Would you rather have a big dig out like this or really cold temperatures?
I would probably go with the snow.
Non-stop shoveling after storms on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday this week is leaving many fatigued.
In addition to shoveling your sidewalk and driveway, local firefighters say it's also important to shovel out around fire hydrants. Those little flags poking out of snowbanks help. But if there is a fire, you want to make sure firefighters have access to water. Meteorologist Conrad Sapitsky now joins us. Conrad, how's it going out there?
Man, it is cold out here, Mohammed. It is very cold outside. You're so lucky you're inside. It is cold. I know you're leaving, and right in time with these bitterly cold temperatures in the area. Could see my breath from a mile away. Temperatures are well below zero, and that feels like temperature, oh boy, a lot colder than that. Our temperature right now is at around 5 below zero. All over the state, we're looking at temperatures around below 0 degrees, and that's going to continue pretty much the next couple of days. And the rest of this week, we're looking at temperatures staying well below average in those single digits and lows well below 0 degrees. Now, it is a bit breezy. We are looking at a wind at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. So combined with those cold temperatures, look at these feels like temperatures close to 23 degrees below zero here in town. It's feeling like that for sure. And if you are traveling, partly cloudy skies, but the airports are running. No flights are delayed. And then look at Chicago. Chicago is actually a lot colder than what it is up here. Overnight tonight, though, we're going to continue to cool off with bitterly cold temperatures in the region. Mohammed?
Stay warm out there, Conrad. Temperatures are dropping, which means many people are going to put as much clothes on as possible to stay warm. And while we should try to stay warm, it's important to make sure pets are warm as well. Pets can experience hypothermia and frostbite like humans. They burn extra energy trying to stay warm during this time of the year. It's okay to take your pet outside for walks, but be sure to make sure that they have the appropriate attire on. Today marks 100 days since Hamas launched its deadly rampage in Israel, killing about 1,200 people. A massive rally in Tel Aviv to mark the occasion is set to last for 24 hours straight, calling for release of hostages still held in Gaza. More than 3 months after the October 7th attack on Israel, which triggered the war, more than 20,000 Palestinians have been killed.
I'm shaking, thinking about what they've been through and what the rest of our brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers and grandfather and grandmothers are going through as we speak.
Dozens of hostages captured during the attack remain held in Gaza by Hamas. Philadelphia's first mass shooting of the year ended with 2 people dead and 4 others injured overnight. The shooting took place in the city's Strawberry Mansion neighborhood just before 1 a.m. Police officials say the incident appears to have happened in an illegally operating speakeasy at a home. 3 men with gunshot wounds were found at the scene and taken to hospitals. 2 of them, a 51-year-old shot in the head and a 41-year-old shot in the chest and thigh, were later pronounced dead.
At this point, we believe that the house is an illegal speakeasy. At this point, we have no information or any description of any doers at this time.
So far, no arrests have yet been made, and an investigation is still ongoing. As the safety of the Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes remains in question, United Airlines has decided to extend cancellations of flights using that aircraft through January 16th. United, in a Friday statement, says that the type aircraft won't fly until it's approved and proven to be 100% safe. The airline uses the MAX 9 for almost 200 flights a day. These latest announcements come a week after a dramatic in-flight door plug blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. John Kerry says he's stepping down as the United States climate envoy. He tells NBC's News he will continue working on climate issues in other ways. He also says he will do whatever he can to help re-elect President Joe Biden by campaigning on what Biden has done for the climate. Kerry is a former senator from Massachusetts. He was a Democratic nominee for president in 2004, but lost to then-President George W. Bush. After months of campaigning and debating, the first contest of the 2024 presidential race kicks off with the Iowa caucuses tomorrow. While former President Donald Trump has a commanding lead, other Republican contenders are counting on an upset and leading into a long-term race. NBC's Elise Ball reports.
Don't you want that again? In the final push before the Iowa caucuses, Republican presidential hopefuls are fighting through brutal winter weather.
I know it's cold, but we need you out there. Wear some layers, bring your ID, and bring your friends. We can do this. Come on, Iowa.
And the uphill climb of former President Trump's commanding lead. After a week filled with court appearances, the frontrunner arriving in Iowa Saturday night looking to close the deal.
There's nobody that's done more for Iowa than Donald Trump.
Are you ready to make some history on Monday night?
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has been campaigning across the state he's staked his candidacy on.
Do you feel that it's worthwhile supporting Governor DeSantis when former President Trump is so far ahead?
I don't think he is so far ahead. I don't trust the polling.
DeSantis backer Congressman Chip Roy confident in his Iowa-focused strategy.
What happens if he doesn't pull off a victory here?
Well, as he likes to say, this is a delegate game. It's a long race. We expect to do really well on Monday, prove all the pollsters and naysayers wrong.
All eyes on Monday as Iowans take pride in their state's grassroots traditions.
It forces politicians to act like real people and be around real people instead of just hiding behind money.
And America prepares for the first presidential contest of 2024.
All eyes are on Iowa. Flu and COVID cases are on the rise across the country. When we come back, we'll break down the numbers.
Bitterly cold temperatures are outside, the coldest air of the season so far. How cold is it going to get, and when is a warm up on the way? I'll have all the answers coming up.
We have been in the phone business for more than a century. Technology has changed, but some things, the best things, remain the same. At Cellcom, we believe the humanity behind the technology is what's most important. Keeping you connected is our passion and our promise. Our technology has a heartbeat.
Everyone wants to hire people who are ready to work and passionate about what they do. People that are ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. They just need you to believe in them. Thinkability Wisconsin, providing workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers. They're ready to work and shape the future. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash. See your local Ford dealer.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
And just like that, the weekend is pretty much over, and then we are back into the beginning of the work week on Monday. But these bitterly cold temperatures are not clocking out. They're continuing to stick around the area. They will be in the region all of next week, guys, up until the following week when finally a warm-up will be on the way. But look at these cold, cold temperatures. Even Oklahoma is in the single digits right now. Dallas is at 13. Can you believe that? All the way down into Texas, we're talking teens, and there are some spots that are in the single digits as well. And then all the way down south by the Gulf Coast, 30s outside. So could even snow down there with all these cold temperatures. But look at Edmonton, 44 degrees below zero, so extremely cold temperatures up into Canada. And these are the actual temperatures. So the feels like temperatures are around 65 below zero. So incredibly cold temperatures have made it all the way down into Canada and into the lower 48. Now, our actual temperature here in town, we're at 4 degrees right now. Just west of town, though, a little bit cooler air. We're looking at Phillips at 2 degrees right now. Hayward's at 2 as well. And same thing closer to Superior. We are looking at a solid 2 degrees. That's it, just 2 degrees. But our actual temperatures, look at this, guys. 5 below zero. We were in the single digits, and then now we're below zero, and that's going to continue the next couple of days where temperatures are going to be struggling to get just above that 0 degree mark the next couple of days. Very cold temperatures, even in Chicago. We're looking at right now, temperature in Chicago at around 10 below zero. And combined with some winds out there, we do have some breezy winds. Check this out. 10 miles an hour here in town, down into Antigo's at 10. Wausau, a little bit stronger winds. We're looking at a 13-mile per hour sustained wind with wind gusts closer to 25 miles per hour with bitterly cold temperatures. That feels like temperature, guys, not comfortable at all. I would not want to be ice fishing right now. 23 below zero. That's what it feels like on our skin, on the exposed skin that's not covered with jackets or hats or scarves. That's what we're feeling. We're feeling that 23 below zero mark. That's why that's why wind chill advisories have been posted, and they will continue to be in effect right through Monday. And once again, they will be posted Monday night into Tuesday. That's what we are expecting. High temperatures, though, guys. 1 below zero tomorrow, 2 below zero by Tuesday. Finally, a little bit warmer, but hovering around 10 degrees by Thursday. And then finally, by the next weekend, we are looking at teens and upper teens making a comeback. It's so cold that even the south is getting some snow right now, closer to Atlanta as well, Memphis, Tennessee as well. For tonight, though, 11 below zero, guys, mainly cloudy skies and those bitterly cold temperatures with a very low wind chill. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show these cold temperatures sticking around all of next week. Mohammed?
Thanks for that, Conrad. The 61st World Championship Snowmobile Derby is set to kick off this week in Eagle River. The event attracts more than 40,000 people each year from across the U.S. and beyond. The tradition also impacts businesses around the surrounding area like restaurants and hotels. Races will kick off on Friday at 12 p.m. and will end on Sunday. If you're looking for something to do down in Wausau, the Lee Yawkey Woodson Art Museum is showcasing their new exhibit. Eugene Morales uses mixed media artwork and powerful messages with their children installations. The exhibit will end on February 25th. Al Gore is stepping down from Apple's board of directors, but only because he's too old to be re-nominated. Apple has a long-standing policy that its directors aren't eligible for re-election after they've reached the age of 75. That means it's time for Gore, who is now 75, to retire. The former vice president has served on Apple's board since 2003. Apple CEO Tim Cook praised Gore's service to the company in a statement Thursday, highlighting his work on protecting users' privacy and his knowledge of environment and climate issues. If it seems like everyone you know lately has been sick, that may have something to do with the rise in both flu and COVID cases this season. NBC's Stephanie Goss reports.
Flu season is raging, fever, aches, and runny noses, especially in the South.
We had a very early start to our flu season.
Dr. Andy Shane is the head of infectious diseases at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, where cases of COVID and both flu A and flu B are up. She says the flu vaccine appears to be working this year. The problem is people aren't getting the shot.
Vaccination rates of children are much lower this year. Uptake of vaccination has been less.
The CDC says numbers of outpatient flu cases decreased last week, but they have remained higher than expected since November. Altogether, this flu season, there have been 14 million cases and nearly 10,000 deaths, numbers back to pre-pandemic levels. Deadly illnesses are hitting even those young and healthy, like Quentin Thomas, a 27-year-old father of 3 who died last week after his family says he contracted flu A and B at the same time.
Your son was otherwise a very healthy young man, right?
He's a healthy, hardworking young man. I mean, it's just hard to believe. It's too fast. It's too sudden.
His distraught father, Robert, telling us Quentin was unvaccinated.
Are you going to go get vaccinated now?
Yeah, I probably think I am. Definitely am. I got grandbabies around that, I love. And they go father.
Vaccines remain the best defense, according to doctors.
They really are the optimal way and the sort of foundation of all of the efforts that we recommend to prevent the transmission of flu and COVID.
That was Stephanie Goss reporting. A popular brand is selling an expensive sandwich bag. Plus, why is vitamin D so important? We'll have that answer after these messages.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR financing for 60 months on a rugged Toyota Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
There's no telling what the next Wisconsin Lottery scratch game will bring. It's Miss Pac-Man, the new $3 instant scratch game based on the classic arcade game. Scratch each start position in the grid and follow the directions of the symbols. If your path runs into a bonus symbol or ends at a prize spot, you could win up to $30,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors, settling or sinking foundation. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. Call SureDry today.
Some of us that his dad kept the gun in his closet,
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota.
Get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everyone. It turns out that our fingerprints may not be unique after all. That's according to a new study published this week. The researchers trained an AI model to examine 60,000 fingerprints, which were fed into the system in pairs. The fingerprints sometimes belong to different people or belong to the same person, but from different fingers. The AI system was able to detect when they belonged to the same individual due to strong similarities in the fingerprints and when they didn't. The team says they need more research. Pharrell Williams is bringing high fashion to one of the most ordinary items imaginable, the sandwich bag. Last year, Williams was named Men's Creative Director of Louis Vuitton. And now he's created a high-end bag for the French luxury fashion house. The large clutch bag is made of a cowhide leather in the same color as Louis Vuitton's paper shopping bags, and with a price tag of more than $3,000. You may not want to carry your lunch in that. The piece went on sale January 4th exclusively at the brand's West Hollywood's pop-up store. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, an important building block for strong bones. But research has shown many adults and children in the U.S. don't get the recommended amount. Mandy Gaither has more.
It can come from fortified foods, and exposure to the sun can also help our bodies make vitamin D. When we don't have enough of it, there can be a significant impact on health.
Skeletal issues, muscle function issues, immune system compromise, potential links to chronic diseases, and mental health effects.
Dr. Matthew Goldman with Cleveland Clinic says this time of year, when there's less sun exposure, people are at higher risk for vitamin D deficiency, and many of the symptoms are often overlooked, including fatigue, bone or joint pain, muscle weakness, muscle cramping, and mood changes. If you're concerned you may be deficient, Goldman says to see a doctor for an accurate diagnosis and treatment options.
A 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test is the most reliable method for diagnosing vitamin D deficiency.
Once you're aware of a deficiency, Goldman says you can do something about it. Eat vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, cheese, mushrooms, and milk. Healthy amounts of sun exposure and dietary supplements can also help.
The recommended daily allowance for most adults is 600 to 800 international units. But some individuals may require higher doses, especially if they're deficient. It's important to follow your healthcare provider's recommendations and guidance because high doses of vitamin D can lead to toxicity.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
At Len's Truck, we're all trucks all the time. Nobody has a better selection of used trucks. At Len's Truck, we buy more, we sell more, and you save more. Buy now and get the highest trade-in value ever at Len's. Go to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 of the best used trucks money can buy.
Len's Truck, Len's Truck. We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
You're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Now you're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. Whether you smoke or not, radon can cause lung cancer. Protect your family. Have your home tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Radon problems can be fixed.
The Green Bay Packers were in Dallas today as they took on the Cowboys in the NFC wildcard round. Dallas came into the day on a 16-game winning streak at home. The Packers came into the day 5-0 all-time at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. The Packers would get the ball first in this one. They went right down the field. Aaron Jones punches it in from 4 yards out, and very quickly it is 7-0 Packers. Second quarter, 14-0. Jordan Love puts this one right on the money. Dontavian Wicks scores. That would give the Packers a 20-0 lead. And then the Packers defense made big plays, and this was the biggest. Dak Prescott picked off by Darnell Savage. He is gone. Pick six, and the Packers stunning the crowd in Dallas. They lead it 27-0. Third quarter, more from Aaron Jones. He punches it in again. This was his third touchdown of the game, and it was on the Packers' first drive of the second half. They would lead it 34-10. Next Packer drive, Matt LaFleur dials up a big play. They go play action. Luke Musgrave wide open. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Packers lead it 41-16. The finishing touches of Love's playoff debut comes right here on fourth down. He hits Romeo Doubs for the score. Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns in his playoffs debut. Packers win 48-32, only the first 7 seed to ever win a playoff game. Here's what Love had to say post-game.
Hey, guys out there making plays. The one to Luke, that's a great play dial up by Matt and Steno to get him so wide open. And I'm proud that he was able to stay on his feet this time and score, unlike Chicago. The one to Wicks, if you go back and look at his route, it was just a great route.
Next stop is San Francisco next Saturday night, 7:15 Central Time, where the Pack will take on the top-seeded 49ers. Let's shift gears from the gridiron to the hardwood. The Milwaukee Bucks hosted the Sacramento Kings tonight. After losing 2 straight games, the Bucks have since rattled off wins against the Celtics and Warriors and look to make it 3 in a row with a win tonight. Let's see if the Bucks can continue to defend home court or if the Kings can get a win on the road. First quarter action, Kings have the ball. De'Aaron Fox going to feed Domantas Sabonis on the screen and roll action. He takes it all the way to the bucket for 2. Let's move ahead to the third quarter. Bucks ball, Giannis into the lane, kicks it out to Lillard. He pulls up, deep 3. He buries it to add to the Bucks lead. This game will go to overtime. Bucks down 2 with 5 seconds to go. Lillard for the win, and he hits it. He buries the game-winning 3. That is why Dame is in Milwaukee. Milwaukee wins it 143-142. 15th ranked Wisconsin Badgers improved to 5-0 in Big Ten play yesterday when they defeated Northwestern 71-63. Might not have been pretty for the Badgers, but when they needed to make plays to secure the win, they sure did. The Badgers were led by junior guard Max Klesmit's stellar 24-point performance where he shot 71% from the field and 71 from 3, 69% from the field overall. While Klesmit led the way for the Badgers, it was a total team effort on defense as they held one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the Big Ten to just 28% from behind the arc. Badgers head coach Greg Gard credits his team's late-game defense to help them seal the win.
I thought there was several really game-defining plays there late. We got on the floor for a couple loose balls. Klesmit got one. We got a jump ball, a couple on our offensive end. Those extra effort plays, I think, are huge.
Badgers will now bring their winning streak and perfect conference record into State College, Pennsylvania on Tuesday when they take on Penn State. We'll be right back after the break.
Who doesn't love ice cream? Enter the Birthday Club contest at WJFW.com for your chance to win a free single scoop of ice cream from the country store of Eagle River. Watch Newswatch 12 today, Monday through Friday, to see the lucky winner of the day.
Hi, I'm Katie from Featherstone Cabinetry and Design. When I want my local forecast for Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com and check my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
How many times have you searched the same thing? What to make for dinner, kid-friendly meals, easy party food. Stop searching and look no further than the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with new recipes every day on Newswatch 12 today and Newswatch 12 at 6. The Test Kitchen has you covered for every meal, snack, and craving. Now, how many ways can you say, ooh, it's so good? Mr. Food Test Kitchen, brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Rhinelander Cafe and Pub.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Edge and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash. See your local Ford dealer.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire, while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
All right, guys, dangerously cold temperatures are in the area. This is no joke. Please bundle up out there. You could get frostbite in as little as 30 minutes on exposed skin. So very cold temperatures will be in the area the next several days. Look at these high temperatures. Monday, 1 below 0, 2 below 0 by Tuesday, and then a little bit warmer middle to end of next week. And then finally, by next weekend, looking at even warmer temperatures, teens making a return. And then the following week, there will be a warm-up, guys, where possibly 30s will be back. So for now, get ready and really layer up.
Thanks for that, Conrad. This is my final newscast. I really appreciate everything you guys did for me, and I loved it here so much. But until next time, this is not a goodbye. This is until next time.
You'll do amazing things, Muhammad, out there. We'll miss you so much, and definitely stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
To Florida you go. You've helped me a lot get better as a reporter in this business. Best of luck in Florida, my man.
Thank you. See you guys next time.